Hello, 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 hello. How are all of the people? How is the singular person who is probably here? I am very tired. Uh, just finishing up some things. Um, just finishing up the last little bits of the setup. I'm going to join a chat. Um, hey, let's see. Maybe not a chat on there. There, I'm gonna join that chat. And real quick, I'm gonna pull up, I always forget the name of it. I really should have had this set up a little bit earlier, but it is what it is. Happy Tuesday! I am having a very interesting day. What am I doing? I am looking for that. I don't know if anyone's gonna come and join me and hang out, but I have joined a chat to make it possible in case anyone does want to. Um, so some context. I went to a boarding school. I went to a magnet school. Um, for like math and science. It was a good time. Um, I thoroughly enjoyed myself. And even though there was definitely some shitty bits, uh, it was still a good time. I am part of too many discords. Here we go. Gonna do that. Oh, I can click at hide names. Oh, I need to do that for all of my other shit. Here we go, here we go. Then I'm going to, what's the 312 by 600? This is clearly riveting content. Welcome. And I'm gonna add, let's see, if I do this, take off studio mode, then I'll just be able to do display capture, game capture, browser. Name this one Countdown. This name is already in use. Oh, that it is. Countdown chat in that case. Control V. I think that's 312 by 600. Okay. We're gonna put that there. Gonna move that behind that. And there we go. I thought I clicked, well, it's a little bit too late now. Hello. And oh fuck. I forgot to change my my stream name. Cause oh, where's the Scene collection, docs, under stats? No. I don't want to reset that. Hello and welcome to... Oh. Oh, it's straight up. I guess I need to turn my video tube sensitivity down a little bit. For hello. Cool, there we go. I am not in fact streaming Minecraft. There we go. I'm gonna name this the Tuesday. Category, we are just chatting down here. Update information. There we go. That's better. Okay. I can be back to being a person, a human being with vibes. I sure do have vibes. What am I doing? Well, I can certainly tell you what I wanted to do today. What I wanted to do today is I wanted to do a 24-hour charity stream, because when it was the middle of January, that seemed like a good idea. And then February hit, and then we had to move everything. Then I spent the last... Holy shit, it has been 22 days. Moving and spending a lot of energy there. And as it got closer and I realized I still hadn't planned anything and I still hadn't like sent out any reminders, then I got closer and I realized that not sleeping for 24 hours was very likely to either send me into a manic episode or a depressive episode or a mixed mood episode, which also is not fun. It started seeming like a bad idea. And I have been very out of it for the past couple days. I've been very sore. For some reason, my joints are starting to give me trouble, which is just so much fun. And I have honestly been like not super verbal. I don't really want to talk. I haven't really wanted to stream. Maybe I should pull up some music. I think having music would be good for this. So as I was talking about earlier, we have there was a joke. Actually, I don't think that's the right place to start this. I suppose the right place to start this is that this was a math and science school full of a million nerds. Just all of the people, all of the best people. We were all so weird. You know how in a lot of schools, like, normality being like normal is the expected normal. It like if you're not normal, you are the social outcast. That was turned on its head at my school. It was fully encouraged to be weird. The weird was the expected standard, to the point where afterwards a lot of my friends told me that they felt the need to act more weird than they really were in order to actually fit in, which having to pretend to be someone you're not in order to fit in is never fun, whether the normal is normal or whether the weird is normal. However, I myself am pretty weird. So let's see which. Honestly, this one seems like some vibes. I'm currently looking at my stream playlists to see which one I want to play. Yeah, honestly, I think I'm gonna play the video game music. Here we go. Here we go. Let's have some vibes. Ooh. Well, the follower goal says it just went up, but none of my things updated to say that someone just followed. So if someone just followed, thank you very much. I wish I knew who you were. And either that or my OBS is just being a little funky. Funky little boy. So oh, hey, look at that. Oh! Okay. Where was I? Right, a wonderfully weird school. Why is my tooth out and about? That is probably an odd sentence to hear someone say. But I recently got a pack of.
Better skin from your body wash?
Nope, I'm gonna
with skincare super ingredients.
Mute while that exists, because I don't feel like bursting you guys with more ads than necessary. So I got a pack of vampire teeth. I swear to fucking God. Okay. I got a pack of vampire teeth because TikTok OC that I have right now is a vampire. It's a Vampire the Masquerade themed, like, inspired tag. And so it's fun to have vampire teeth. And I share my computer space with my little brother. Which means every so often, he'll mess with my shit, which is to be expected with little brothers, and usually doesn't bother me too much. But it looks like he took my vampire teeth out of their little plastic baggies, and out of the box, and left one on the floor, which, as that is something that I have to leave in my mouth, oh, that's very loud. As that is something that I have to leave in my mouth, for extended periods of time, I can't say I am a particularly large fan of. So I'm gonna have to ask him about that later. What was I saying? a bunch of nerds. And I can't remember if it was a Tuesday or Wednesday. But instead of like, we had sort of homerooms, but not really. And instead of meeting during like a period of time every week, every like in a classroom, what's the word? Meeting for a class period, like every day. Instead, we would all meet during a specific day of the week during the lunch period. And that was the only time that you were really expected to be in the cafeteria during the lunch period. And during that time is when we did all of the like school-wide announcements, because we shared the school building with the local elementary school and junior high and high school, because the local school was a very small school. There were 2 wings, and all of their students was in one wing and all of our students was in another, and we shared the library, even though I don't think I ever saw any of their students in the library. Probably partially because I was always in there during school hours, and a lot of schools have like specific hours when students go to libraries, and either some students do it during lunch or like after school or right before, and none of those fell in the purview of the times that I was in charge of watching over the library. That's some very fun music. Oh. It looks like... There we go. Maybe not. It looks like my computer is struggling a little bit with keeping the timer up. So I'm just gonna keep this up and hopefully it'll be okay. What was I talking about? I love this song, but I think it is just a little bit too distracting. So during the lunch period, we would do all of the school-wide announcements. And a lot of times I went up there to like announce things for LARP Club, because I ran the LARP Club, because of course I did. And every single week, I think it was our principal would go up at the very beginning and shout, tell a joke, and say, what's a mathematician's favorite day of the week? To which we would all yell, Tuesday, because we were all nerds. And it was a lot of fun. And we all used to joke that on Tuesday, February 2nd, 2022, on the ultimate Tuesday, we would all head back up to school and celebrate. Even if we couldn't actually go to the school, we would go to the local well, I used to think it was the local abandoned airbase, and then one of my friends told me they were going to do Job Corps up there. So I'm not really sure what's going on with that. But was certainly a time. And either there, or we would go to the not astronomy tower. It's pretty much an astronomy tower, but it's not an observatory. Place where you would be able to learn about stars and also see lots of stars and star related things projected onto a very large, all encompassing screen above you. And I can't for the life of me remember what that's called. But yeah, I certainly had a lot of fun at the school. I have a lot of really fond memories. And even if it was just going to be like 2 or 3 of us, I was planning. I didn't care if I was in the middle of finals. I didn't care if I had to drive up there myself. I was planning on going up there no matter what. And then my health slowly declined, and then COVID hit. So going up there would be reckless endangerment, most of the people involved. So we're not going to do that. But I still wanted to celebrate. I still wanted to do something with the community. And which is why I really wanted to do the 24-hour charity stream. I really wanted to plan something big and bombastic and something I had never done before and something that would be able to pull an audience and pull a community and make us all feel closer together. But life happens, unfortunately. And so instead, I am sitting alone in my basement talking to an audience that I don't even know is there. Because I'm going to be completely honest, I turned off my viewer count a long time ago. So, whether I have no viewers or 10 viewers or 1,000,000 viewers, though both 10 and 1,000,000 are probably overestimates, I'm just vibing. Unless there's someone in the chat, then for all I know, I am talking to myself. I am talking to the aether. And that is all that will be. Yeah. Let's see. There was a song. I don't know. I don't know how much I want to talk about it, because I don't know how much information someone needs in order to dox someone. And I plan on doing this for the foreseeable future. I plan on doing this for a damn long time. And so ideally I'll get to a point where I have like a decent audience. And when that happens, I don't want to have enough information about my real life out there for someone to be able to dox me with. But also I'm pretty sure there's already information out there to link me to the high school I went to. And I think even with that information, unless you call them to get more information on me, if you just rely on the internet, you won't be able to use that to get a lot of information. And I trust the school to be pretty... Actually, I'm not sure if I trust the school.
Al Franken, live at the State
Oh.
Theater on March 6th.
I
As far as
thought that
anyone
there
knows,
was
Al
a
Franken is the
person,
only
and
US
then I
senator
realized that
who's
it was
also
not a person here to talk with me. It was just a person in an advertisement person. We have been visited by an advertisement person. We have been visited by an advertisement person. So one of the first things I did when I started this school was I started a LARP club, which I thoroughly enjoyed. I had only started LARPing the summer before. But I had wanted to LARP for years and years and years before that. Um, I honestly didn't really know what I was doing, so I just spent, instead of running like one continuous LARP or using any already established systems, me and the other leaders of the group, we decided we were just gonna run like a game a month, and we would have some fairly simple mechanics each time so that whoever wanted to join wouldn't have to memorize a lot of things. I think the only mechanic we used consistently was health and hit points. Um, I think one of my favorite sets of mechanics that I made was the carnival horror LARP that we ran. I doubt there was a lot of actual horror going on there. Um, but uh we all painted our faces to look like clowns, and we had a ringmaster. Um, and we had the main mechanics be the little card game War. And we had all of the characters have archetypes. Uh, and one of my friends who now has a YouTube channel played a vlogger, and played the most wonderful, obnoxious vlogger in the world. Um, and one of my friends played the introvert, and the introvert gained health for the longer they spent not talking to anyone but their designated best friend. Which, in retrospect, probably would have been a better idea if we knew we were going to have more people. Because it ended up being these two players being fairly close, and then having our third player, who was a person who most of the student body wasn't a huge fan of, be not be made to be not a huge fan. Um, wasn't really part of the group. Um, which was unfortunate. Uh, but the mechanics, I think, were a lot of fun, and I still really love the idea of having the like horror archetypes have an effect on the stats, which I know is absolutely nothing new, but at the time the only thing I knew about LARP was the high fantasy medieval LARP that I had went to over the summer. Um, so that was a lot of fun. Um, we ran over 2 years. There were like 9 months of school every year. And we did a LARP a month. So we probably ran somewhere between 14 and 18 LARPs. And I have realized that I need to use the bathroom. So I am going to, I'm going to add text. We're going to grab the text that I currently have. we're just gonna put that there. I'm gonna mute my mic and let you just listen to some music real quick.
All about that hustle, am I right?
Firefox has always been a different, people-first kind of tech company. That's why we're celebrating Disney and Pixar's all-new movie, Turning Red.
We love you, May. You're our girl.
Get Firefox today and see Turning Red streaming on Disney Plus March 11th. Rated PG.
Discover endless luxury at The Real Real. Like that Louis Vuitton bag you've always wanted, a Cartier watch that's worth your time, or that vintage Gucci look you can't find anywhere else. It's all authenticated and all up to 90% off retail. Shop over 10,000 new arrivals every single day. Join the millions of people who shop luxury the affordable, sustainable way. Shop now at therealreal.com and get 20% off with the code RADIO20.
Looking for a way to make quick cash? Making cash with DoorDash is super easy, guys. I love driving around my town, and now I can do that and get paid. Not to mention the sign-up process was so easy. Download the DoorDash driver app today to get started.
Hello, I am back. Oops, looks like you guys got an ad while I was away. Sorry about that. Let's see. I would like you all to know that I am fucking exhausted. Just to my core. My bones and my soul ache. For a while, I thought it was somatic symptoms of bipolar and PTSD, but both of those are more or less under control at this point. At least they're nowhere near as bad as they used to be. And yet the soreness keeps getting worse. So I need to talk to my doctor. Figure out what the fuck is going on. I've mentioned a bunch of times that I'm currently filming from my basement. Oop. Because we recently moved house, and they have this little semi-finished room in the basement. There's like just carpet and there's lights, and they have one of the only outlets in the entirety of the unfinished basement. I have just been going and going and going all fucking month. And I keep on kind of beating myself up that I'm not creating enough content. Now that I have all of my space set up, I'm not streaming enough, or I'm not filming enough for TikTok or for YouTube. And I really need to stop. Oh, that's right. I was gonna grab myself a soda to celebrate. I'll be right back.
This week at Macy's.
Ooh.
Great deals on our favorite essentials.
And while I'm gone,
For him and for
I'm gonna read that advertisement for you. Hello, hello, hello. I am back. I felt that it was necessary to celebrate with something. And since I celebrate with food, and I make it a point to never drink alone, we are going to celebrate with soda. I have some nice artisanal soda. I don't know if it's actually artisanal, but it's not Coca-Cola or Pepsi, like the brands. Oh, as far as I know. I just realized I never checked. Oh yeah, I think it counts as artisanal soda because it's water, cane sugar, natural flavor, natural colors, and citric acid. So, I think that counts as artisanal. Or maybe just granola. Though if I said it's a very granola soda, I feel like that would bring the wrong image to mind, you know? But it's Cat and Eli's Black Cherry Pop, which I absolutely adore because I adore things flavored black cherry. And usually the only place you can get that is in a flavor of Coca-Cola or like Pepsi. But I can't consume caffeine because it does bad things to my body. And you know what doesn't have caffeine? Cat and Eli's. So, Cat and Eli's it will be. Also, it's really nice. It's in this glass bottle and it has this adorable, like, desaturated purple with this really nice red to gold ombre logo. And like, it's just really pretty. 10 minutes to go. So for when we get to the when we get to 2/22/22 on Tuesday, February 2nd, 2022, I will ask for some audience participation. I don't know if there's anyone here, but if you are, when we approach this historic moment that will never be recaptured, just as most moments are, I want everyone, I'm going to say, what's a mathematician's favorite day of the week? And I want everyone to type in chat and yell in all caps, Tuesday. Because that is how this moment should be celebrated. Oh, this is such a pretty song. Oh. So I have this wonderful new filming space, and it's also like a little hangout space because I have my like pseudo kitchen right next to it, which is where I have all of my food and my cooking utensils because I wake up around 10 a.m. and I go to bed around 2 a.m. So like my midday meal or my second meal of the day tends to be around everyone else's dinner. But I have to take my meds in the morning and with my first meal of the day and with my last meal of the day. So it's just a lot easier for me to have all of my things down here from when I had my apartment. Also, I've always had a lot of like issues with food that aren't being helped by my current mental state. But as I am now my own household under the rule of taxes, since I prepare the majority of my food on my own, I qualified for food stamps. And so now I am able to buy my own food and store my food separately from everyone else's, which is such a big deal. It's such a massive source of stress off my shoulders that at least this one little thing in my life I have control over. And I think a lot of people seek control over their life through food. I think a lot of times it's not really done in a very healthy way. But mostly I do it so I can eat as much fruit with every meal as I please without feeling that I am taking fruit away from the rest of my family. Because a lot of times there's a lot of people in the house. So a lot of times everyone would eat like 1 or 2 pieces of fruit. And then that's it. That is all gone for the rest of the week. Cool, we had 3 days of being able to eat fruit and no more. So like if you wanted to eat 2 or 3 pears, you couldn't do that in one sitting, because that, I mean, you could, but then no one would be able to eat pears for the rest of the week a lot earlier. But now I have my own fruit, and I can eat as many pears at a time as I want, which doesn't seem like a big deal. But just talking about it, I'm about to cry, so I figure it is a very big deal. It's certainly a time. Also, I'm really hungry right now, so as soon as I'm done this, I'm gonna get myself a snack and then go to bed. I don't care that it's 2 in the afternoon. I need to lie down right now. I should probably be resting, like, properly right now. But I can't miss this. It may not be super important to a lot of people, but it's important to me. It's important for me to remember one of the best places I've ever been able to live, one of the most intellectually stimulating and supportive places. Supportive in terms of like structure, not supportive in terms of like actual help given, because the way they handled mental health was kind of crappy. I remember my first year there is really fucking far north. And like in the middle of February, maybe beginning of March, I got to the point where I couldn't do anything because I couldn't stop crying and crying and crying, and I did not know why. Oh, hello Spotify. I really hope we don't get an ad during it. I suppose we could meet the moment in silence, but I would really prefer to have some music. We're so close. We're so close. Turns out it was vitamin D deficiency, which I still have, and I now take prescription strength vitamin D supplements to combat, because honestly, if you live above, what is it? I think like the Tropic of Capricorn, you're at a pretty big risk for vitamin D deficiency. And honestly, it can fuck you up. All of the teachers are just really, really fun. Most of the teachers were really, really fun. And while some of the English teachers were a little funky in not a great way, I do think part of the reason they received as large of a backlash as they did, one of the reasons they were disliked or even in some case hated as much as they were, was just good old-fashioned misogyny, because it was definitely very masculine nerd environment. Because there's a difference between stereotypical masculinity and nerd masculinity, you know? But I'm trying to be positive right now. Most of the teachers were really lovely, but there's this one who ran the astronomy club and ran the astronomy classes, and also ran the local astronomy space, who always used to sing a song. I wonder if I have enough time before we get there. Sing a song for science, hail mathematical fools, students sail the waters, bearing humanity's jewels. MSSM, we pledge our minds to you. Oh yes, we do. And there were a couple of verses, and the chorus was very similar most of the time. But it was a very no, I forgot to do the fucking joke. What's a mathematician's favorite day of the week? Tuesday. Okay, that was serotonin. Woo! Okay, here we go. Cheers. So, to the teachers and alums, to the friends and acquaintances, and all of the wonderful and all of the craptastic times at MSSM. I don't know. I'm thankful. I'm grateful. I'm glad I was able to receive the education that I did, and I know I was extremely lucky to be able to do so. And I know it was not perfect, but it was everything I needed at the time. I think that's all. See, this is why I use studio mode right here, because all of my overlays take so goddamn long to load. Here we go. The stream has ended. I'm gonna call it successful stream. I'm definitely losing my voice, so I am really grateful that I was able to speak for as long as I did. And to anyone from my high school watching the VOD, I don't know, good luck to you wherever you ended up. I know that our school put some very large expectations on us, and honestly, I think I'm more proud of you if you didn't reach them, because it's hard to live up to expectations, but it is a very different type of hard to tell yourself it's okay when you fail. And I failed. If I had been on the path that MSSM had set for me, that I set for myself after being at MSSM, I would be graduating this semester with a degree in meteorology and a minor in astrophysics. And whilst part of me still wants that with my entire heart and my entire soul, because that's been my dream since I was a child, I have my life. I have my friends. And while it's not always easy, This is where I need to be right now. I don't really know what the future has in store. And it's probably
listening to Spotify while you do what
fucking advertisements. Oh my god. It's one way to ruin a moment, I suppose. Okay. Good afternoon, evening, night, or day, no matter where you are. And don't forget to take care of yourself.